Men are right when they said women hit the wall at 35.
I'm over the idea that women expire as they get older. Why do men get to age like fine wine, but women expire? I'm just gonna get hotter as I get older. That's the plan for me. So in 10 years, I'll be exponentially hotter than I am now, and I have no expiration date.
I don't let myself admit that it does overwhelm me that I'm 35 and single. But one thing I do know that I really like about myself is the fact that I'm never gonna give up trying. I'm never gonna give up on myself. And even though, yes, I am 35 and single, I'm also 35 with a clean slate. 35 and no longer in a toxic, abusive relationship.
I come home alone every single night. But I think there's a way of looking at this differently. I'm not coming home alone. I'm coming home with myself. And that's why it's so important to love your own company, to fall in love with being with yourself.
I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. Like I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done.
I mean, for me, it's definitely started to feel hollow and meaningless. And, you know, it's taken me to this point in my life to realize that that's not a life that's going to bring you happiness. I mean, and maybe it does for some people. I honestly have a hard time believing that. If I thought I would spend the rest of my life alone, if I didn't think that I would get married and have children, I would be devastated. So, I don't know. It is such a me-focused culture right now.
Let me start by saying you have something there. You're right. Men are born at the wall. But the difference is, it's not a negative thing. Being born at the wall is actually a blessing. Now, why do I say this? It's because when you're born without advantages or privileges, you work harder, you develop yourself. When you're born at the wall, there's nowhere to go but over the wall. That's your only option. Now you see with women, especially attractive women, they're so far away from the wall. They glide through life with privileges without needing to develop themselves. They glide through life thinking everything comes to me because I'm attractive. Now that actually puts a person at a disadvantage when you finally come closer to the wall. Because the wall, what it represents, it's not just a brick wall. The wall represents truth.
Got ghosted by a 35-year-old man recently. And I don't know, I kind of feel like if you're ghosting at 35, you just need to be put down.
I am being so violently ghosted right now that I'm questioning my own existence.
I say I don't like fat girls, they're going to try to cancel me. If you say I don't like short men, no one's going to care.
Right.
Versus a fat girl can control her weight, but a man can't control his height.
Correct.
And I saw a post where a lady said, "Ladies, your guy is not your bank." And I laughed because that used to be my mentality. And that was why I was single. You see, When you feel like I am independent, strong, I don't need a man, that mentality is going to keep you single. Because unconsciously, you're going to be giving a masculine energy. You're going to be feeling like, I can do this, I can do that, I don't need a man. But men love to be appreciated. Men love to be needed. They love that feel that she needs me. They love that feel that she wants me. But if you have everything on your own, you make your money, you can pay all your bills, and you automatically start making the guy feel less appreciated.
Oh, he ghosted me after we hooked up. Let me make one thing very, very clear, okay? There is nothing that you can or cannot do that will make a man like you or not like you. Aside from the usual, like being crazy and needy and stuff, right? But if sleeping with you changes a man's energy and he stops talking to you, stops texting you, stops calling you, stops taking you on dates and all that stuff, like he never wanted that to begin with. If you give him the poom poom and he disappears, that's all he really wanted.
Okay, I am the problem.
Oh, good. Maybe this is a sign that some personal accountability is actually being taken.
I went on a date with this guy.
Okay, go on.
And he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over.
Oh, good. Mutually agreed upon boundaries have been set. So what's the problem?
Go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night.
And go on.
And I'm like, are you gay?
What? A man acted like a gentleman, respected the woman's wishes, and now he's what? Explain.
I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no. You know what I mean?
So you wanted the guy to completely disregard your boundaries. Right. More mixed signals than a broken stoplight.
I wasn't going to sleep with him. Now I feel ugly.
And that's not his fault. That's a self-confidence problem.
This is what...
Oh my God. Indeed. By the way, that was probably one of those good guys that one has spent so long wondering where exactly they're at.
What's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for coming back to another episode on my channel. So on today's episode, as usual, we have these women who are ranting because men are ghosting them on dates. Men they have gone on first dates with, men they are getting to know, men they are literally in relationships with are ghosting them, and they want to accept the fact that they have literally hit the wall. So I'll just go straight to the comment section. Let's see what people have to say about this. It is kind of ironic that women are starting to realize that you reach a certain age and you can't really pull the men that you want. It's just nature, and I'm glad women are starting to see it that way. Okay, so now our first comment says, when a woman says she's alone, she has DMs from a dozen people. When a man is alone, he truly has nobody. To each of these women, the three most important people in their lives are I, me, myself. One is the loneliest number. Remember, the wall is unconquerable. Okay. They did not care when there was an epidemic of lonely men. So in return, I don't give a F. Okay. Never underestimate a woman's ability to rationalize bad behavior and avoid all accountability. I remember as a young man worrying that the rest of my life was gonna be endless working with little reward. I also remember no one caring. Feminism killed dating expectations, so why should men be expected to do these things? This is your problem. Oh well, not our problem anymore. Never get married, no expectations. As soon as you get married, you are worth more in a divorce. Wow, okay. Wife me out because I used up my fertile years, finding myself living my best life, and now out of viable options. The wall is undefeated. Okay.
Alright guys, this is where I am ending today's video. Let me know your opinions on this particular video. What do you think about this? Let's get interactive in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I promise you will love it here. Stay safe out there. Bye.